Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the TCU Horned Frogs taking on the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Houston ready.
Number 9.
And get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
And the Horned Frogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Houston Cougars offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah,
and a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Handoff to the single back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They've got the screen set up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They're going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensive.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They'll run play action. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The give to the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. Ran through the contact. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, giving 5 on the carry.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it to the back. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Line getting set on 2nd down. And the pass hits, picked off. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Going to the running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses
it's awful, right?
Even if it's not successful,
busted out.
Take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Can't get him to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Peters, you were in there for one play, and your chest hurt.
One of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast.
Man, get out the way.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards. Stopped at the
I can let Dan cook.
headed to the line at the 23.
Y'all boys not get the memo. I do not stay at the Intercontinental.
Outside the red zone, they'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defense to get him.
Nigga, just because
huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Damn it.
They'll try the toss to the left.
Bro, how can you not block guys right in front of you? Like, why would you just not? Why are you chipping? You need to chip. We're going to the outside.
Now for a loss of 5.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those
Just
big old bodies in there to block, to move.
Ah, I should have threw it to X.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes to 30. And it looks as if they're going to try field goal. He got it, and that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. He looks that one in nicely. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and made. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Can't make the connection, in the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack. Kind of.
Oh, it's out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
What the fuck, dude? It's a fumble.
Timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Finds his big tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board. Right
if they score, you're all getting cut. God damn it.
Second down, wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment.
That's cool.
Quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
It's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this
to the grip
for an answer.
To the grip.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back.
I need 17 back, baby.
And that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown.
The Horned Frogs will put it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play to get our
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room.
Okay.
Can anyone catch him? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
using the quick game.
What the fuck are we doing?
Gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Cougars trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great
Oh, come on.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had.
There you go, Islands. Let's see how I do.
In this one, he has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defense.
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Damn.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick-6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that...
I need to stop pulling that dude, because he does not hit the fucking hole. He just gets in the fucking way.
Lucky that wasn't a pick-6 if you're on offense.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Oh, you're right there.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
What the fuck?
And excellent.
I can't hear his podcast.
Really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running.
Man, that's a fucking glitch. Let me see. That fucking, yep. Oh no, that wasn't. It's just bad defense.
Huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And a 1st down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. Teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Leaves it with the running back.
Why you want to run zone?
Run there to pick up the 1st down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
He wants to throw it. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. So 3 previous red zone trips and 3 points.
Get your ass over here.
They'd like to get it in the end zone this time. On 2nd down, looking again to
That should have been picked up.
hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Get you 1-2.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man
Nope,
on 1st
that ain't
down.
it.
Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end.
Yo.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. This time they'll go to the running game.
Just a little longer.
Nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Looking downfield, it's West. Fires to the tight end.
So that's the route you chose to run, huh? You thought that was a good fucking route in that situation, eh?
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and let one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Torres. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. He can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big play.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. On the move is the 30. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Returner brings it out to the 19. And your Houston Cougars will take over.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the...
On the screen.
Need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. A fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to throw it again. unloads to the wideout. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Best drive they had all game.
With a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense
Nice.
cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense set for a first down play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard
Peters, you might
run.
fucking
I know
scamper your way into a big roll, buddy.
Kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down.
Guys block for you.
Downs, and ultimately get some points.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams.
Why the fuck did you stop running?
Run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Might as well give it to him again.
Come on, man.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Looking your ass bowling balled and shit.
Now it's 2nd and 14. They go to the ground. At the 45, on his way. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go
Would not see him down there.
Practice this week, I can promise you, it will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Looking to throw, it's West. He'll throw it.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Incompletion on 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
Can you make him miss?
Finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw, and I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and
You gotta not follow your play yard at all.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never